The Blazers have lost 3 games in December, 2 of them to the Kings, but tonight, Portland made a statement by blowing out Sacramento with some points in style. If you like dunks, don't look away.
The Blazers had nothing but revenge in mind when Portland faced the Sacramento Kings, a team who they had played just 3 days prior and snapped the Blazers' 5-game win streak. In the first points of the game, Nick Batum jams home 2 of his 18 points off an LA miss. Then, defense leads to offense as Damian Lillard, with a steal, gets it to J.J. Hickson for the finish. Another huge night for J.J. Then in the second, it turns into NBA jam as the Blazers pull away, Batum on the break to Myers Leonard for the monster dunk. Then, Lillard blows by former Duck Aaron Brooks for the one-hand hammer. Nick's trip down, Batum, the nifty feed to Hickson. Then later on the break, cocks back a two-handed jam. And this is why J.J. Hickson has become a fan favorite, all effort, 17 and 14 for J.J., which is his 9th straight double-double. He's 4th in the league with 16 of them. Oh, by the way, LA was a beast. Blows by Francisco Garcia here. The Blazers win 109-91. For Stotts, it was the Blazers' defense that was the reason for the win against Sacramento.
I thought it was a solid win for us. We tightened up our defense in the second and third quarter, made our runs, I thought, because of our defense. Got energy into the game. I don't know, we had a few dunks because of our defense.
Aldridge had a game-high 28 points and posted a double-double with 12 rebounds and said that Portland did everything right to get the victory.
We lost down there. That was a tough loss for us, so we want to come out tonight and, just play well, and we did that.
Rookie sensation Damian Lillard was 2 rebounds short of getting a triple-double, but said that it was a big statement game for the Blazers to beat the Kings and tie the season series against Sacramento.
We talked about it all day, about how, they did what they wanted to us when they had the ball, and it came down to us having more pride and caring more defensively, and we just made it harder for them, and then, everybody brought it.
Wes Matthews missed his 4th game with that hip contusion, and that meant more time for Will Barton, who forced Coach Stotts to keep him in on the floor. Career-high 14 points for Barton on 6 of 9 shooting in 26 minutes. He led a solid night for Portland's bench, which accounted for 29 points. Lillard said that he is up for the challenge of matching up against Steve Nash, as the Blazers will face the Los Angeles Lakers this Friday.
We're just going to come out and do what we do every game. Move the ball and, be aggressive offensively and just compete on the defensive end. Try to make things tough for them and try to steal a win on the road.
It was a hard-fought win for the Blazers tonight with a lot of fast break points. They defeated the Kings tonight 109-91 in a hard-fought victory. Reporting from the Rose Garden, Joaquin Aguilar, K2 News. The NBA unwrapped 5 games this Christmas, including a finals rematch as the Heat hosted OKC. And this one lived up to the hype, as this was definitely a heated hard foul from Shane Battier on Russell Westbrook, and we've got ourselves a little trouble. 5 technical fouls were called during the game. In the closing minute, the Thunder were down 3 as Kevin Durant makes it 1 as he runs down the lane for the flush. Durant had 33 points, but watch LeBron as he finds a wide-open Chris Bosh who flushes down a huge dunk. 9 assists for LeBron, and the Heat win a squeaker 103-97. And look out, as the Lakers have won 5 in a row. The Knicks got 34 points from Carmelo Anthony. New York led for most of the game, but Kobe had 34 points, including this classic Kobe pull-up. When it mattered most, Steve Nash found Paul Gasol, who has been MIA most of the season, and Gasol broke off a little something-something on the rim, and the Lakers are back at 500. To the NFL, where nobody is playing better than the Seahawks, who have outscored their opponents 150-30 in their last 3 games. Last night, they beat up the Niners 42-13, clinching a playoff spot. The rookie Russell Wilson has led Seattle to a perfect record at home and 10 wins overall. That's good, but not good enough for the first-year star.
The main goal is, we're trying to, do something great. We're trying to do something special, and the biggest goal, the biggest accolade we want is the Lombardi Trophy, obviously.
Seattle hosts St. Louis Sunday with a win, and the 49ers loss. The Hawks will win the division. The Ducks are taking a Christmas break before meeting up in Arizona on Wednesday, but to Chip Kelly, the NFL rumors never stop. The latest possible landing spot for Kelly is Philadelphia, where CBSSports.com reports says that the Eagles are strongly considering firing longtime coach Andy Reid, and if they do so, it will make a strong push to hire Kelly. There are rumors also rumbling that the Carolina Panthers could be interested in hiring Kelly if they fire Ron Rivera. Welcome back. I'm Joaquin Aguilar. Former Ducks Dion Jordan and Kyle Long were drafted last night in the first round of the 2013 NFL Draft. Jordan was taken 3rd overall by the Miami Dolphins, the highest spot ever for an Oregon defensive player. Long, the 20th pick, will be headed to the Windy City of Chicago to play for the Bears.
Speaking of football, after 14 practices during spring camp, the Oregon football team finished its final practice on Wednesday. The Ducks will face off against each other tomorrow at 11 a.m. at Autzen Stadium for the annual spring scrimmage. 3 non-perishable food items is your ticket in for admission, and all donations will go towards food for Lane County. The spring game will mark the debut of Oregon's new head coach, Mark Helfrich. The spring game is a preview of the action at Autzen next fall, and fans will soon be lining up for their tickets. But for many, this could be a case of buyer beware. Samantha Cubes reports on a scam that could leave eager Duck fans stranded on game day. Tickets can also be purchased in person Monday through Friday at the Mashofsky Center and Matthew Knight Arena, or by calling the ticket office at 1-800-WEBFOOT. Tickets will not be on sale until July. When fans show up for the spring game tomorrow, they'd better get there early. Otherwise, officials are saying they won't get a good seat because the north side of the stadium will be under construction. The project began back in February. According to GoDucks.com, the construction is being paid for by a private donation. The design is aimed at improving accessibility in and out of the stadium's north side. The project's other goal is to plant native trees and plants at Autzen, creating a Pacific Northwest forest for fans to walk through. Construction should be completed by this upcoming season. The Oregon softball team is ranked number 4 nationally. The Ducks earned their highest ranking ever this week in the USA softball poll. Their previous best came last week when they were ranked 5th. The Ducks start a 3-game series tonight against number 16 UCLA, and the next home game is this coming Wednesday when they'll square off against Seattle University starting at 1 p.m. at Howe Field. Oregon baseball took on UCLA last weekend, entering the 3-game series ranked as the number 1 team in the Pac-12. Unfortunately, the Bruins took advantage of the Ducks' flustered offense and took the first 2 games, both resulting in a 1-0 shutout. However, the Ducks came back in Game 3 on Sunday. Scott Hyman smashed a 2-out, 3 RBI hit that pushed Oregon ahead of UCLA, leading Oregon to a 5-3 victory in the 3rd game of the series against the Bruins. The Ducks take on Stanford to kick off a 3-game series at PK Park tonight at 6 p.m. Number 2 Arkansas won the 4x400 meters to edge number 4 Oregon 86-77 this past Saturday at historic Hayward Field. Regardless of the loss to the Razorbacks, Elijah Greer pulled away for an impressive win in the 800 meters while he had a time of 1:46.20, which was the top in the NCAA this season. Now, Kaylee Pence is standing by with weather. Kaylee?
Chip Kelly had quite a run in Eugene, and if this was Kelly's final game as the Ducks head coach, it was a fitting way to go out. The Ducks and Kansas State in the Fiesta Bowl in Glendale, Arizona. D'Anthony Thomas takes the opening kickoff, makes one cut, and he's history. Thomas, 94 yards down the sidelines for the score. That's the longest kickoff return in Oregon Bowl history. For Oregon, Thomas's run was a perfect way to start the game.
Oh, that was awesome. He's an explosive guy, and right off the bat, he showed it.
After the 2-point conversion, it's 8-0 Ducks in 14 seconds. Still in the first, the Ducks on the move again after a K-State punt. It's Thomas again, 23 yards on the screen pass from Marcus Mariota, 15-0 Ducks. But the Heisman candidate Colin Klein brings the Wildcats back. His 6-yard touchdown run makes it 15-7. Now, a minute left in the half, Kansas State setting up for a 40-yard field goal, but it's wide to the left. That leaves 60 seconds on the clock, more than enough time for the Ducks, as Mariota needs just 46 seconds to take the Ducks down the field. Kenyon Bonner on the wheel route, and that's a big 10-point swing, 22-10 Ducks at halftime. Third quarter, 25-10 now, Mariota doing it with his leg this time, 2 yards for the score. And here's something I'll bet you've never seen before. The extra point is blocked and recovered by Kansas State, who backs up into their own end zone before being tackled. The refs review the play and call a rare 1-point safety for Oregon. So it's 32-10. In the fourth, K-State cuts it to a 2-score game, but they would get no closer. The Ducks salted away late, Klein picked off by Eric Dargan. Oregon wins the Fiesta Bowl 35-17.
I know that people want to talk to me because of our players. The success of our football program has always been about our guys, and it's it's an honor that someone would say that they wanted to talk to me about maybe moving on to go coach in the National Football League, but it's because of what those guys do. So I'll listen, and we'll see.
For Kelly, this very might well be the last time he coaches in Oregon. Regardless, he will always be remembered by the Ducks.
I love you, Coach. And whatever happens, I feel like he built a great culture around here, and it's going to continue to get better.
After a 1-1 tie this past Sunday against the Seattle Sounders, the Portland Timbers are looking to win their first away game of the season.
However, the Timbers will have to do so without their starting goalkeeper Donovan Ricketts, as he is out about 2 weeks with a separated shoulder. Backup Joe Bennick will get the start in San Jose on Wednesday. Bennick, of course, was scored upon just seconds after he checked into the Seattle game, but he said that didn't affect his confidence.
You just hit the reset button and you're ready to go again, because you come out to training sometimes and you hop into a small-sided game, 10 seconds later it's a goal. You just got to wash it off right away.
According to general manager and interim coach Gavin Wilkinson, the Timbers will need to search deep in their roster if they want to beat the top seed in the Western Conference.
You look at our road results, something has to change, and we want to eliminate excuses. We've contemplated changing the lineup and bringing in some fresh bodies.
Wilkinson says the Timbers will need to do a lot of adjustments if they want to beat San Jose.
Concentrate for 90 minutes, win our individual battles. We've gone on about that in the past, and for players to get their jobs done, and for us to make the right decisions as a coaching staff first and foremost, and put players out there that want to do the job. But generally we've had that. We've just had some major lapses, and it's cost us. So we've got to look to pressure San Jose. We've got to look to see if we can keep the ball against them. They're a very, very good team. We're going into a stadium which they've only lost one game in this season, so they're a team that's full of confidence, full of self-belief, and it's important for us to go in there and work hard for 90 minutes.
Portland will fly to San Jose this evening, and the game is scheduled to start at 7:30 at Buck Shaw Stadium. Reporting out of the Timbers practice facility in Beaverton, Oregon, Joaquin Aguilar, K2 Sports.